Dr Niamh Shaw, welcome to the Irish Embassy in Thailand, and thank you for joining us as part of our St. Bridget's Day celebration. So you're on a whistle-stop tour of Southeast Asia. What are your first impressions of the region and of Thailand?
Fantastic. I mean, everyone in what we met in Jakarta, they were so warm and kind and engaging and interested, and education was a really, really, really important part of the fabric of their society. Everybody we met, it was all about that, and they loved promoting STEM education. And then here in Bangkok, we just visited the Space Centre, and it was just incredible. And again, they're very much focused about future generations and laying foundations now for future generations.
So how do you think that young people and future leaders can work together in countries like Ireland and like Thailand in the fields of science and technology to address global problems?
I think it's just literally a case of being aware of what's happening, because the great thing about the internet and everything is global collaboration is just, it's happening more and more. But in the space sector in particular, they're almost one step ahead because they think globally. Today I was there in the Space Centre there, and you could see that it would be a fabulous place for Irish postgrad students to do internships, and also for people from Thailand to go back to Ireland. In Indonesia, we were talking to the embassy there, and there's actually an initiative there where there's a scholarship for people to study in Ireland. I'm not sure if it's the same in Bangkok, but so it's all there, all the pieces are there. So it's literally just about an awareness thing and having conversations, and the connections are already there. So I think it can only but improve and blossom.
And so we're here today for St. Bridget's Day, but at any time of year it's vital to encourage young women and girls to achieve their full potential. How do you think that Ireland and embassies like ours can support that?
St. Bridget's Day is fantastic for promoting women in creativity and women in tech. We have to do more to normalise a career in technology for women. And I think it's really just about visibility. It's about finding people who are living the life that you're trying to get young girls to see, and the more they see those women, it all kind of adds up for them. So maybe finding more women in the local community that are blazing a trail in technology, and then connecting it back to Ireland, and vice versa. I mean, me being here is an absolute privilege, and you're waving the flag and you're saying, here's a woman in tech, this is what she looks like, she's no different from you.
So while you've been here, I know you've been speaking to school children and teachers and parents about your idea of a town scientist.
Yes.
Can you tell me more about that concept and how it can work in countries like Thailand and like Ireland?
Well, it's my little pet project, and I've kind of got a pilot study going at the moment this year. It's funded by Science Foundation Ireland. So the way, like, you want to do up your house or something. Well, I don't know because I don't own a house, but I've seen my parents, and they go to the same DIY store and they ask the same person for advice. Or if you're a gardener and you go to one garden centre and there's one person there who knows loads about gardening. I think we could do the same about science, because there are lots of people who feel they have they don't really see themselves as scientists, and they don't really feel confident around science, and they don't see themselves as somebody needing science in their lives. Well, if there was a scientist in every town, say stationed in the library, who was available to people to answer their questions, whether they're doing their shopping in the local store or one of the supermarkets, or that they provide information nights, so that there's constant source or access to knowledge around science. Over time, they would build the trust of the community, and so it would be a way of solving the issue around fake news. It would also make science just another aspect of the community, and change people's perception of their relationship with science, change families' perceptions of science in society, which then also allows young children, particularly girls, to see themselves as having a role in science in the greater sense of the word, whether they want to become scientists or just be curious enough to ask questions about the world around them. That's what I would love, and that's the idea of a town scientist. So I would love one in every town across the world.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for this conversation.
Thanks, Anna. Happy St. Bridget's Day.
And to you.